Oh, and you should be wearing safety glasses while doing this. Is there anything better than the first sip of a perfect cup of coffee in the morning? Yeah, that's good coffee. You know, when I was younger, I used to think, man, how could anyone just normally get up at before 7 a.m., you know, just like out of habit, without an alarm? And now that I'm older, I don't know how people sleep in. Isn't it funny how that happens? And I'm up before 7 a.m. no matter what, no matter how hard I want to sleep in. Oh, it sucks. Alright guys, so I think the plan for today is, yeah, I forgot the plan already because I don't really have a plan. I'm kind of making this up as I go. I want to get this thing running. It's pretty close. The other night I was out here tinkering on it. I was putting the dipstick in, the trans. When I was taking the pan off, a couple of the threads came off with the bolts. So I've got some stripped pan bolts. I got this helicoil kit right here to fix that. We're gonna helicoil, show you how to do a helicoil, get the pan back on, get some fluid in the trans. I've already put oil in the engine, and it looks like I might have a little bit of a leak, maybe from the filter, something. So we'll investigate that, and then hopefully get this thing fired up. Like I said, I don't really have a plan. I'm just kind of doing this as I go, and I just spilled coffee everywhere. You guys aren't familiar with helicoils. Basically, it's a thread repair. It instead of drilling the hole out and putting like a bolt through it with a nut on top, or drilling the hole out bigger, like oversized, and tapping it, this is to repair the threads to the same size that they already were. So you drill it out oversized, tap it, and then this tool installs the insert, which takes it back to the original thread size. So I need a drill bit, and I think it's a 21/64 that I need. And as you can see, all my tools are still in storage. I don't really have anything in here yet. And I know that that's going to be a nightmare to find. So I think I'm just going to go to Harbor Freight and get a new drill set, or drill bit set. It's supposed to be quarantined, but screw it. We got shit to do. Obviously, I got more than drill bits. Oh. Well, that should tide her over for about an hour or so. As I mentioned in the last video, my floor jack is getting old and tired, and didn't get the S10 quite high enough to get on these ramps.
or these blocks. So I found this. It's a low profile, long reach. I actually have this jack at work and it's awesome. It is well worth the money. Plus there was a $20 coupon for this jack, so it's 20 bucks off. That put this jack at around $180. I bet you I paid, I don't really remember because I've had this jack for probably close to 10 years. Maybe like 7. I bet you I paid $300 or more for this jack. This jack, I mean, this is a good jack. It's a Blue Monster. I got it from the Cornwell tool dealer. It just leaks a little bit, you know, here from the pump mechanism. Just seeps a little bit, so you got to add oil to it every once in a while. But this thing has been through hell and back and still works. So I'll keep this one as a spare, use the new one, you know, where I need it, you know, with the low profile capabilities and the long reach. So plus it has this foot pump. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this pan off before I start drilling, because the bolts I need to fix are right here. They kind of overhang the filter here, and I don't want to get metal shavings or anything on this filter. So I'm going to assume that this is a 9/16. It's half. All right, now what? I'm gonna get a drill bit. It's a 21/64. Yeah, drill bit. Just gonna drill it out, make sure that one goes through, that one goes through. And like I mentioned, most people would just drill this out or put a smaller bolt in and put a nut on top. That's just a pain in the ass, and it's kind of not the right way to do it. Although I've done it in a pinch, but I'm just gonna go ahead and fix this way with a helicoil, and then that one goes through. So all the bolts that I'm repairing, or all the bolt holes that I'm repairing, go all the way through, so they're open. They don't go into like the solid case where, you know, if you drill too far, you might end up damaging something. Just want to make sure that your bolt holes aren't, you know, like this one goes up into the case. There's an output shaft there. Like, it's a possibility that if you drill too far, you could get into like a fluid passage or something. You just want to be aware of that. And when you're drilling, you want to try and drill as straight as possible. And when I watch this footage back, I'll probably see that I'm not very straight. Let's see, is it this one? Yeah, it's this one right here. Oh, and you should be wearing safety glasses while doing this, which I'm not. I'm just gonna close my eyes real quick. So the next step is to get your tap. So what this is doing is oversizing the hole, and then you're going to tap it, cut threads for one of these inserts, which you probably won't be able to see. And then it downsizes the hole back to, I just realized that my nails are terrible. Okay, take 17. So what this is doing is oversizing the hole, and then you're gonna tap it oversized, and then this insert threads in and creates new threads that are smaller, that fit, hopefully fit, and usually you test fit it like I'm doing right now, but I totally test fit it before I started this. And matches the bolt that you started with. So, and they make special tools to drive these taps in, but you know, I don't have them, at least not right here. So I just found a socket that it fits in, and I'm just gonna use that. So, and this is aluminum, so I mean, it's soft, cuts real easy. Oh, want to try and go in straight. I'm getting a little wonky here, getting carried away. You can see, if it'll focus. Now we just got to put the insert in. This is the tool that drives it in or threads it in. You just thread the insert onto it. Oh man, I need to cut this open. Hold on. Put a couple dabs of Loctite on here. A couple is in 3. Make sure your hole's clean.
Oh, that's nice.
Which it looks pretty clean. That just threads up in there. Like so. Thread it in, keep threading it in until it's below flush, just barely. You don't want it sticking out, because then you'll have problems with the gasket sealing. That's good, it's just below flush. Now see, the point of the Loctite is it will set it. So you don't want to put your bolt in yet, because then obviously your bolt will have Loctite on it and it will get stuck. And you'll probably end up, you know, sticking it to that insert, and then that insert will come out. So you want to let the Loctite set up before, you know, putting your bolt or your fastener back in for the final time. We'll let that set up while we do the others. I'll come back. You'll notice that on these, there's a little tail in the middle. Can't really see it because it won't focus, but there's a little tail right there in the middle. That's what the tool uses to grab and spin it in. Now you can leave it if you've got like a short hardware and you don't need to, you can leave it there, but if you have to, you can get up in there with like a little skinny punch and tap it and it'll snap that off, so then your bolt can go all the way through it. Once I get the rest of these done, I'll come back and knock those off with a little punch and a hammer. All right, so giving it some time for the Loctite to set up. Got the pan or filter back on. So now I'm just gonna come back with a punch, and in my case, an Allen wrench, because you know, desperate times call for desperate measures. So I'm just gonna stick this up in here, get a little tap, and that will break that tail off, allowing, well, that didn't work. Hit it one more time. There it goes, so that the bolt can go all the way through it. Do it again on this one. And there you go. So now the bolt can pass all the way through it, and we can put the pan back on. All right, so I got the trans pan back on, fluid in the trans, gas in the tank. So now I'm gonna try and start this thing. I am missing a V-band clamp on one of my exhaust pipes. Missing right here, or the clamp missing. I don't remember why I took it off or where I put it, so it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be exhaust isn't gonna be going to the turbo from the one side, but I still want to send it. I still want to try and start this thing, see if I got fuel pressure, see if I got oil pressure, and see if this thing will run. So I'm kind of nervous. No pressure yet. Oh, there it comes. Okay, got leaks everywhere. Shut it off. It's leaking from here and here. So figure out why. It's leaking from everywhere. Leaking from there, leaking from there. So it's coming from that fitting. And that. Is it just too much pressure? Well, that didn't go as planned. Got fuel leaks everywhere. Plug in the back of the regulator's leaking still. And then both of the fittings going into the carb. This fitting and this fitting. It's not this connection, it's where this has like a nylon seal that goes into the bowl, and I can't get a wrench in. There's not enough room to get a wrench in on this one. This one I tightened up as tight as I can get it, and it's still leaking. Maybe there's like a piece of dirt or something underneath it causing it to not seal, but I don't know. Pretty frustrated right now. I just wanted to start this thing up, but I don't want to try and start it with fuel leaking because, you know, it could backfire through the carb, catch the whole thing on fire. So I think I'm just going to leave it at that today. Come back out here another day and try and get this thing going. As I've been out here, I've kind of realized that this garage is just not in any kind of order to be working on vehicles in. I need to stop what I'm doing with the S10, and I need to get my garage organized and set up. It's just, I mean, look at it. It's trashed. And I'm in here trying to work on this truck. I think the future videos are gonna be more garage setup and stuff like that. I don't think I'm gonna be working on the S10 for a while. With everything that's going on right now, you know, there's a very good chance that LS Fest is gonna be postponed or something like that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But like I said, I need to get this garage. It's driving me nuts not having my garage the way I want it. My tools here, stuff in storage, stuff here, going back and forth. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. You know, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and see you on the next one.